Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera buat sahabat-sahabat semua dalam kelas mengaji tulis tesis level 2. Okey, sedikit perkongsian di bab yang terakhir. Minta maaf, topik yang terakhir di literature review. Kita masuk dekat research gap ataupun kelompongan penyelidikan. Kita nak tengok penulisan seperenggan, jadi beberapa perenggan. Secara total lebih kurang 30 tesis untuk kita lihat dari segi bagaimana penghasilan seperenggan dalam menulis kelompongan penyelidikan. Okay, kita akan macam biasalah, kita akan bedah dan bincang penulisan research gap dalam kajian literatur. Okay, ini yang nombor 1. Tajuk dia adalah The Value of Complementing the Mainstream Curriculum with the Workplace Learning to Promote Lifelong Learning Among Youth. Delphi Methods. Okay, tesis di Universiti Hong Kong 2019. Okay, dia cerita berkaitan the approach has its strength and weakness to make a success or provide it a weak challenge. Jadi dia adapted another strength might help combat the adequacy of one or system. Kemudian notwithstanding, remark that any attempt to make change or implement new initiative in the existing education of country. Okay, ini yang ditunjukkan gap dia, ayat dia. Saya baca balik kan. New initiative in the existing education system of the country, ayat dia, should be cautiously performed and preceded by an in-depth analysis of the country's specific condition. So dia ceritakan dari segi kelompongan kat sini untuk kita melihat kepada in-depth analysis of country specific conditions. Okay, ini yang dinampakkan sebagai research gap. So ni ada satu perenggan, ada ayat lagi lah, moreover education should serve different function, bla 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 bla. Last sekali, this is clearly to be preferred over putting one sole focus in developing either vocational or academic ability. So dia conclude yang kat bawah tu. Tapi kat sini kita boleh nampak dari segi macam mana nak nampakkan gap. Okay, kita boleh belajar juga yang terakhir tu. And this is clearly to be preferred over putting one sole focus on developing either vocational or academic abilities. Jadi satu perenggan ni pakcik akan highlight warna merah lah. Di situlah penumpuan kepada penulisan gaps. Tapi the way sebelum nak sampai kepada ayat tu, kita kena menulis beberapa ayat lagi di atas untuk memastikan ayat di situ yang kita nak tekankan tu maksud dia sampai. Okay, kita pergi tajuk yang kedua, acceptance of continuance of learning management system use, a longitudinal exploration of teenagers. Okay, ini pun tesis 2019. Ada tajuk among a variety of e-learning technology, LMS have been available in secondary school in some country for the last decade and have implemented in 94% of Hong Kong secondary school. LMS is stand for Learning Management System, is considered a powerful web-based learning environment that poses various avoidance for teaching and learning. Thus, ini nak kena belajar ni. Thus, is a worthwhile to explore. Inilah yang pakcik bracket merah nak cara nak penulisan research gap tu. To explore the acceptance and continuance of LMS among teenagers with different immigrant background. Ini nampak ke mana yang dia nak tunjukkan kena buat. Maksudnya kena diberi tumpuan ataupun prihatin. Dalam problem statement adalah one of the element dalam problem statement pakcik dah sebutkan prihatin. Malah dalam literature review pun kita nak tekankan research gap tu at this part yang pakcik write, to explore the acceptance and continuance of LMS among teenagers with different immigrant background. Okay. Tajuk yang ketiga, sustainable supply chain coordination with consumer green awareness. Ini tesis 2019. Dia ada ayat lah, ambil satu perenggan ni, pakcik pilih satu perenggan ni. However, most of this study focus on decision for pricing and sustainability level while ignoring the order quantity, which also very important for decision making. Although the study focus on the product competition by determining of optimal order quantity, wholesale price in the return credit, the product sustainability was set a fixed parameter. Instead of being treated as an important decision variable in carbon management, so it is worth to exploring the order quantity decision making under competition in sustainable supply chain. Jadi dua ayat kat bawah ni yang kita nak nampakkan. Jadi pakcik ambil satu ayat, instead of being threatened dengan so it is worth to exploring the. So dua ni yang menampakkan macam mana kita nak strengthen. Kalau orang baca dalam satu perenggan, orang nampak actually apa keperluan, apa yang kita perlu perhatian dalam penyelidikan. Okay, tesis yang seterusnya yang keempat, the rethinking volunteer tourism community approach. Okay, pakcik straightforward dia yang empat yang pakcik nak tunjukkan research gap. It is important to note that sustainable development is a not static process and must continuously include a search for new answer. Ini ada punya citation. Walaupun ada citation tapi kita boleh nak beri gambaran. Not a statistic process and must continuously include a search for the new answer. In short, there are no fixed guideline or model for sustainable tourism development. Ini ambil satu lagi ayat ni. Kita boleh ambil. In short, there are no fixed guideline or model for sustainable tourism development. Okay, perenggan kat bawah. Therefore, bukan perenggan, ayat di bawah. Therefore, sustainable development is still an idealistic state for tourism development. Nampak tak ayat tu? Still an idealistic state for tourism development. Also notes that there is little evidence for the implementation of sustainable. So ayat sini still an idealistic, satu. Bawah tu there is little evidence for the implementation. Nampak tak kat situ another gap yang kita boleh. Tujuan pakcik nak tunjuk ni you dapat kepelbagaian idea dalam menulis gap dalam literature review. Jadi bila you menulis literature review, satu section contohnya, go to one paragraph and another paragraph, dia nak melihat, okay, so what? Apa yang you dapat dengan section ni? So apa yang you nak beritahu dari segi kajian-kajian lepas, apa yang banyak orang nak cover, apa yang orang beri perhatian, apa yang you boleh lihat, angle atau gap yang kita boleh persembahkan dari konteks lepas you buat review. Okay, tajuk yang kelima, kita ada 30 semuanya. The effect of integrated STEM education program on the secondary school student attitude towards science. Okay, is also, sorry, saya ke depan lah. Ni. Okay, and this one. The study conducted by Stackwell Lloyd, nama dia lah, provide a good example of integration of curriculum would like, okay, however, that study was aimed to survey student learning outcome rather than. Dia tunjuklah. Walaupun dia provide good example integration of curriculum would like, however, that study was aimed to survey student learning outcome rather than student attitude towards science. Jadi kat sini nak tunjukkan cara bila kita nak tunjukkan kontras ataupun reflection, apa yang harus diberi penumpuan. There could be a reason there are very few study done. Nampak tu? A very few. Kadang-kadang nampak humble tak sesuai pakai very, tapi there are very few study done on curriculum integration improve student, integration junior secondary level of STEM subject, and kat sini to fill the research gap on lack of empirical evidence of the use integrated STEM curriculum enhance student attitude towards science. Kat sini nak beritahu to fill the research gap on lack empirical evidence of the use of. Kat sini. Jadi ada beberapa kat sini, ada 3 lebih kurang. 3 yang kita boleh ambil contoh dalam satu perenggan ni dan bagaimana nak dapat penulisan research gap yang baik dalam literature review. Okey, tajuk yang ke-6, realism of influence, the dynamic of social entrepreneurship in the Kingdom of Jordan. Okey, likewise, low level of social capital hinder the establishment of the robust civil society. Sampai kat bawah kan. One of the gap, to the specific, one of the gap, pakcik bracket kamera, in the social capital literature is the involvement of external actors such as international aid donor and national government in under-explore. In particular, ni satu lagi. There are few empirical study. Jadi one of the gaps yang bawah ni, there are few empirical study that address citizen ability, create, develop and use social capital in a tourism context. Ni banyak tau, 30. Jadi dari satu slide ke satu slide atau daripada satu tajuk ke satu tajuk, you all boleh kumpulkan bagaimana nanti bila nak tulis dalam literature review nak nampakkan gap. So this is a part of the idea, the chosen of words and sentence yang sesuai. Okay, tajuk yang ketujuh adalah Social Capital Education and Entrepreneurial Development in China. So ni tesis tahun 2020. The critical role of university in developing entrepreneurship in China has been well explored in Anderson 2011 research. Okay, Anderson and Zhang 2050 have theorized that only, tu baca bracket, that only university can create and disseminate a higher level entrepreneurial knowledge. Only they can cultivate the right type of entrepreneur and eventually fill the gap satu lagi between political aspiration and entrepreneurial practice. Jadi pakcik tunjukkan ada ayat di bawah tu, tapi yang kita nak coverkan tadi, that's only university can create, dan satu lagi eventually fill the gap between. So ini dua ayat yang kita boleh lihat Okay, tajuk yang ke-8, the impact of entrepreneurship education on entrepreneur intention and empirical study of entrepreneurship education, 4 key characteristics. So, ambil ayat yang awal tu, another research gap, seperenggan baru, another research gap in the literature is postulated by Kasem Saab, who suggests that the focus should be one's intention to get more deeper understanding about the impact of entrepreneur education. Baca ulang balik ayat yang atas tu, another research gap in literature review. Maksudnya boleh mulakan dalam satu perenggan permulaan ayat dengan another research gap in the literature is, dia boleh sambung. Tajuk yang ke-9, an interpretive phenomenological study investigating the perceived impact of role model founders, entrepreneurial process and leadership development in German digital startups. So ayat dia, throughout this entrepreneurship journey, may be some research gap and contradiction. Nampak tu dia boleh ambil. Throughout this entrepreneurial journey, maybe some research gap and contradiction that explain why the key question in domain entrepreneurship still cannot be addressed to its full extent. Ini satu ayat yang you boleh ambil ni. Pakcik bracket pendek tapi you boleh ambil ayat penuh ni. Throughout this entrepreneurial journey, maybe some research gap and contradiction that explain why the key question in domain of entrepreneurship still cannot be addressed to its full extent. Okay, nampak tak? Generally, jadi you apa-apa bidang saja pun kita boleh ambil ayat ni. Cuma kita ubah sesuai dengan topik kita. Okay, tajuk yang ke-10, the role of entrepreneurship and human resources in supporting sustainability oriented innovation in food supply chain management. Okay, ada beberapa kat sini, dua especially, baca-baca Several authors have suggested that organizational implementation barriers have limited the efficiency of supply chain practice could be enhanced by HRM. Ayat kat sini, have limited the efficiency of supply chain practice. Okay, ada satu ayat, lepas satu titik, there is a gap. There is a gap in literature is regard examining the relationship between HRM and SCM. Ada scholar citation. Dia kata there is a gap in literature review regard examining relationship between HRM and SCM. Siapa kata? Lechnick dengan Lechnick Hall et al. 2009 dengan 2013. Okay. Kita pergi tajuk yang ke-11. The impact of strategic planning on the performance of small and medium-sized business in Nigeria. Okay, ayat dia, Hofer 1976 review a numbers of past study with intention of identifying gap. Intention of identifying gaps in knowledge and suggest that evidence across the study show that formal planning will most likely be important to success of business. Hover setak sekolah yang sama. Hover nonetheless point out the limitation of the study. Point out the limitation of the study. He review include those of less rigorous nature, lack of inter-study comparison. Nak beritahu kat sini, point out the limitation of the study. So inilah ayat dalam ayat bawah tu dah untuk ceritakan perenggan ni lah, tapi kita nak tengok research gap. Okey, tajuk yang ke-12, customer participations in digital transformations, value co-creation and firm performance and empirical study in China information communication and technology industry. However, Some study have pointed out that customers are not enterprise employee and their participation may lead to problem. Saya pakcik ambil ayat tu, may lead to problems such as intellectual property right and information disclosure. Tapi nak beritahu sini may lead the problems. Okay, seterusnya, other study have point out that customer knowledge and skill are limited. Pakcik ambil kat sini limited. Have point out that customer knowledge and skill are limited and customer cannot effectively grasp the latest technology trends, which is also not conducive. Tu baca bracket lagi, not conducive. Tadi limited, kemudian not conducive to developing new product or services. Okay, tajuk yang ke-13, participatory design for behavior change and integrative approach to improving healthcare practice focus on staff participation. Okay, ambil satu ayat tu ada panjang perenggan ni, pakcik ambil yang tengah-tengah. This gap between knowledge and practice, okay, this gap between knowledge and practice become evident with respect to the lack of explicit reference to participation within most framework and method for designing and implementation intervention. This issue is aggravated by apparent lack of awareness of many authors regarding the potential contribution, okay, that design could offer. Regarding the planning and implementation intervention with the active participation of representative of relevant stakeholder group. Okay, kat sini ada dua ayat. Jadi semua yang pertama, this gap between knowledge and practice become evidence. This gap between knowledge and practice become evidence, tu satu. Yang kat bawah tadi adalah apparent lack of awareness. Lack of awareness. Kat situ ada satu lagi ayat research gap. Okay, yang ke-14, the role of information in postgraduate decision making cycle. Ini tesis tahun 2020. Dia mention section 2.14 discuss the few study, maksudnya few study pertaining to the linear decision making process of postgrad and international student. Few studies. Itu satu ayat. The current authors study fill a gap. The current authors study fill a gap in the previous research and she explore international postgrad decision making process and propose a new model. Kat sini nak cakap fill gap. Fill a gap. Yang tadi few study. Ini banyaklah orang ambil research gap yang tulisan macam ni. Okay, tajuk yang ke-15, the influence of social media on process, structure and strategies with organizations. Okay, finally, there is deficiency, the understanding of how social media strategy is developed within an organization. Okay, consideration this gap and following the suggestion of Jastrzabowski, ini authors lah nak ambil kat sekali, considering this gap and following the suggestion, ni ayat kena ambil. Kita ni macam ibarat belajar copywriting lah, nak menulis research gap. Okay, seterusnya, suggestions, much suggestion that there is a need for further examination of practice rather than description and analysis in strategy research. Ayat kat sini adalah need for further. Kat sini further examination. Tapi ayat ambil adalah need for further. Okay, tajuk yang ke-16 adalah study of nutrition education and early year in England. Okay, ambil ayat di atas, dia straightforward. Limited or lack of proper training for the practitioner is one of the major factors influence nutrition education. Tapi kat sini nak buat ambil ayat, limited or lack of proper training for practitioner is one of the major factors. Okay. Tajuk yang ke-17, exploring ecopreneurship and examination of business practice in pursuit of sustainability goal on the firm and supply chain levels. Okay, ambil satu ayat pertama yang saya ambil, pakcik ambil ayat yang menggambarkan research gap. This make the social dimension hard to quantify. Hard to quantify. Ini yang pertama. See, this lack measurability as one weakness of the triple bottom line approach that has limited the effort of cooperation to implement social sustainability. In other discipline, satu lagi, in other discipline that might rely less on quantitative resource. In other discipline that may rely less on quantitative. So ini yang diperbincangkan regarding on the other discipline, hard to quantify, dan weakness of the triple bottom line approach. Okay, you boleh ambil of effort nak menulis ni. Okay, dan di sini nak membuktikan, kita dah sampai tadi, pakcik tengok sampai ke 17, membukti dan mengisahkan bahawa tempat untuk kita faham kat mana nak support dekat problem statement atau menghasilkan problem statement yang baik, kelompong kajian ataupun research gap itu berada dalam literature review. Jadi kalau nak buat problem statement, you kena buat literature review baru you nampak what should be you write in problem statement. Jadi research gap tu hasil daripada pembacaan yang banyak jurnal dan artikel di literature review, kita menemukan research gap. Dan research gap ni perlu disummarize dan perlu diambil dan diletak di problem statement supaya problem statement yang kita tulis dalam tu selari dengan kita punya literature review. Tapi sebelum tu, problem statement kena selari dengan objektif dan objektif selari dengan literature review. Pastikan align. Jadi jangan tulis kat problem statement research gap macam tu, tapi once kita baca literature review kita tak jumpa. Okay, tajuk yang ke-18, understanding and enhancing the development of entrepreneurial motivation in undergraduate music students. Okay, however, at a time when music institutions are pressure to take responsibility for employability for the graduate, acknowledging that entrepreneurship can in fact help prepare music students. So kat sini lah, can in fact help prepare. So ini satu ayat yang strong. This present an obstacles whereby there is lack of space. There is a lack of space. Kat sini satu lagi, bawah lagi, while other may see it potential to fill the employability gap. Nampak tu? May see its potential to fill the employability gap. So ni ayat yang kita boleh ambil juga dalam satu perenggan. Yang kita nak tengok sekarang cuma research gap. Ada lagi dalam perenggan yang sama, ada lagi yang perlu kita lihat. Tapi tema kita hari ini adalah research gap dalam literature review. Tajuk ke-19, exploratory study of strategic visionary management of innovation, research and technology park affiliate with universities. The literature review also expose a gap in existing knowledge. The literature review also expose a gap in existing knowledge for assessment and improvement. Moreover, no investigation to date has tested the relationship. Nampak tak? Sedap ayat ni. Pertama dia kata literature review also expose a gap in the existing knowledge. Moreover, no investigation to date has tested the relation. Nampak tu perkataan. Okay. Kemudian ada satu scholar, Zhang, identify the needs. Dia mengidentify perlunya for further research on the measurement. Ini satu perenggan yang baik. Dia menggambarkan perenggan literature review adalah tempat untuk kita menemukan research gap. Ini jelas kan? Dia literature review also expose a gap in existing knowledge. Dia beritahu, memang dia beritahu dalam ayat ni, dalam tesis ni, dia beritahu literature review adalah tempat itu untuk kita menemukan research gap. And dalam bla 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 bla, moreover no investigation to date has tested the relationship. Berdasarkan dalam literature review mengesahkan bahawa tidak ada kajian sebelum ni mengukur dari segi relationship. Identify the need for further research on the relationship. Disahkan ada scholar lagi mengesahkan bahagian ini perlu diukur dalam penyelidikan. Okay, tajuk yang ke-20, kita ada lagi 10 20 ke 30. So academic entrepreneurship and academic career, a multi-dimension analysis in the UK, Australia and Italy. Okay, pakcik ambil yang kat bawah tu. Briau and Granville 2013 and 2017 found that female scientists are less likely to involve entrepreneurial activity than their male colleagues, and that the gender gap is greater for informal type in activity. So female scientists compare dengan female, dia lebih kurang nak engage dalam entrepreneur activity. So the gender gap is greater for informal type of activities. Itu satu. Okay, tajuk ke-21, consumer protection regarding halal food in Malaysia and English law. Okay, dia ayat law ni dia kena betul-betul faham kan. Dia banyak penerangan. Jadi pakcik ambil satu potong ayat. The provision is insufficient to govern all matters related to halal food production. In order to rectify this gap, in order to rectify this gap, it is suggested that itu ayat pertama, research gap. Ayat yang ke bawah, in the event of misuse, action could be taken. Ni ayat ni yang kita boleh ambil. In the events of misuse, action could be taken. Ada dua perenggan yang panjang ni, ada dua ayat yang kita boleh ambil sebagai boleh jadi copywriting lah, sebab agak general untuk kita. The way kita nak write dalam literature review, kita boleh ambil dua ayat ni, dan kita kena ubah sesuai dalam konteks kita lah. Okey, tajuk yang ke-22, Love, Marriage and Polygamy in Contemporary Malaysia. Ini dekat Universiti Cambridge. Saya ada share topik ni dekat Facebook, banyak feedback yang malu-malas. Dia memang satu tesis yang best untuk baca. Baca balik, ulang balik, tajuk dia Halal Intimacy, Love, Marriage and Polygamy in Contemporary in Malaysia. Okey, dia ada ayat lah. The Malay proverbs, biar mati anak, jangan mati adat. Estipulate well the indispensability of adat for Malaysia in nearly all aspects in the social, culture and religious life. What is an immediate concern here, however, is how significantly, dia suka ayat ni. What is of immediate concern here, however, is how significantly Malaysia also draw the adat strategizing their romantic pursuits towards achieving halal intimacy. Jadi memang tesis dia banyak menemukan perengan-perengan yang baik lah. Sebab tu baca ada share juga kat group WhatsApp ni. Okey, tajuk yang ke-23 adalah Developing Music Improvisation Workshop for Preschool Children through Action Research. Okay, ni satu tesis. Kalau you nak belajar action research, ni satu tesis. Okay, baca ambil ayat yang kat bawah tu nak menggambarkan kita belajar hari ni. As well as have called for more education research that include the child voice to understand fully their need and preference and so address a gap in research. Jadi baca bracket, baca kotakkan merah tu, to understand fully their needs and preference and so address a gap in research. Okay, tajuk yang ke-24, content marketing. Ini menarik juga tesis ni, nak belajar marketing, boleh belajar juga dalam tesis. Content marketing and action research approach to developing a customer engagement strategy. Okay, ada a few yang nak share dalam perenggan ni, so banyak merah kat sini, meaning that, baguslah. However, on reflection, I realized that the author seemed not to take into consideration the impact that size and resources may have on a strategy. Tersasul saya baca. Okay. However, on reflection, I realized that the author seemed, ini ayat ni, not to take into consideration the impact. Okay, that size and resources may have on the strategy. Okay, nombor 2, ayat dia, where there are no roadmap, let alone a strategy for them to follow. So tak ada roadmap, let alone a strategy for them to follow. Kemudian, the strategy employed may be the same as with bigger company, however, the resources are different. And, satu lagi, the time frame for success to be realized is different. The time frame for success to be realized is different. Indicate that 75% of startup often fail. Ini satu lagi nak buat, nak tunjukkan keperluan ni. Indicate that 75% of startup often fails. On reflection, I therefore throughout it necessary to look the online engagement in the context of micro, small and medium-sized business. Ada lagi ayat dia lah. Cuma pakcik nak tunjuk kat sini beberapa no roadmap, the time frame of success to be realized is different, indicate that 75 startup often fail. Okay. Okay, tajuk yang ke-25, financial performance study of University spin-off company. Pakcik memang tengah study pasal spin-off company. Jumpa pula tesis ni, kita boleh bedah lah, in the west of mainland. Okay, perenggan ni banyak pakcik merah kan. Antara pakcik nak highlight kasih, the thesis further seek to make a significant contribution by helping to partially fill the evidence gap mentioned above the academic literature. Ni ayat pertama, to partially fill the evidence gap mentioned about the academic literature. Kemudian ayat kedua, however, the motivation for further research this topic is slightly broader and attempt to address numbers. Ini satu lagi. Potential methodology deficiency in existing literature review. Jadi nak tengok metodologi, potential methodology deficiency in the existing literature. Kemudian tambah lagi, a likely to miss out a numbers of interesting case. Satu lagi gap. Are likely to miss out a number of interesting gap. Inaccurately estimate the financial success. Satu lagi. Inaccurately estimate the financial success. Kemudian as a result, ini satu lagi. The finding of previous work are often incompleted. The finding of previous work are often incomplete. Okay, jadi nak tunjukkan lagi beberapa ayat lagi. Okay, yang ke-26, tajuk dia adalah the effect of Lean Six Sigma critical success factor on the organizational performance, a mixed method study on the United Arab Emirates Hospital. Okay, ini pun penuh dengan gap kat sini peringkat ni. Although there is number of anecdotal paper examining the benefit of Lean Six Sigma, there are very few paper focusing on empirical and rigorous research. A few papers focusing on empirical and rigorous research on topic Lean Six Sigma impact on organizational performance. Okay, kemudian ada scholar Abul Mage conclude that there were very few Lean Six Sigma empirical study. So very few empirical study. Okay, hence the need of empirically explore Lean Six Sigma research in this area to identify in effort to expand the body of knowledge in terms of understanding how Lean Six Sigma work in new sector and geography. Okay, dia beritahu kena buat empirically explore research in this area. Kemudian tadi itu, they need empirical explore, then conclude there are few empirical study. Yang atas mention very few paper focus on empirical and rigorous research on topik kat sini Lean Six Sigma. Okay, tajuk yang ke-27 adalah leadership for Lean Six Sigma. Although the importance of management commitment is well established in literature, there is no consensus on what leadership traits are more conducive to success. There is no, ni ayat dia. There is no consensus on what leadership traits are more conducive. Okay, kemudian only a few study address. Ini satu lagi. Only a few study address the role leadership in Lean Six Sigma implementation. Nak ambil kat sini adalah only a few study address. Next, ayat yang last sekali, no authors identify one existing leadership style from literature. Oh, ayat dia. Klaim tinggi ni. No authors identify one existing leadership style from literature as being more conducive to Lean Six Sigma implementation success. Okay, tajuk yang ke-28 adalah an interpretative phenomenological approach to understand employee meaning of lead and respect for people. Mulaan ayat tu dah ada research gap, sudah nampak cara kaedah dia. Others research reveal that there could be various barrier or reason for failure. The others research reveal that there could be various barrier or reason for failure. Failure beyond the organizational culture. Next, ayat yang kita boleh ambil adalah Kuni, tu scholar dah. Yang nak ambil kan ayat ni. Argue that Lean ignore the influence of social and political institution. Argue that Lean ignore the influence social and political institution. Finally, finally, works need to be done on benchmarking to identify gaps in implementing Lean methodology. Ini contoh ayat ni lah. Finally, works need to be done on benchmarking to identify gap in implementing Lean methodology. Okay, tajuk kita yang ke-29, Lean Management and Management Accounting System and Actor Network Conceptualization. Ini pun banyak. However, value stream VSC as a Lean Tailor accounting practice is received very low. And however, VSC has Lean Tailor accounting practice is received very low. Kemudian, is not known as to whether the tool does support Lean or not, or what role does have been Lean organization. Ambil kat sini, is it known as to whether the tool does support lean. Jadi nak beritahu it is known as to whether tu. Kemudian satu scholar Rao and Bagerstock report that majority of lean firm are still depending on standard cost. Nak ambil ayat kat sini adalah still depending. There are no in-depth empirical investigation offered by the lean accounting literature. There is no in-depth empirical investigation. Nah, ayat kat sini adalah in-depth empirical. Biasa no empirical study, tapi ini there are no in-depth empirical investigation. Kemudian the lean accounting literature on the role played by BSC nor the factor affecting is accepted. Ni. Kemudian yet given how short his study was his addition to the early stage. Yet given how short his study was addition to early stage. So last kali conclude that the study cannot be classified as one that fully demonstrate the process. Ini kita nak belajar ni, cannot be classified as the fully demonstrated the process. Okey, tajuk yang terakhir yang ke-30 adalah exploring the application of lean manufacturing best practice in the remanufacturing context. Memang tajuk yang 5 yang terakhir ni adalah topik dia lean. Jadi saja fokus pada lean. Okey, kita ambil have highlight satu scholar Kuriloba and Pelisaitin et al. 2018 have highlighted that discuss lean tool should be tested and verified at remanufacturing company, and ini nak kena ambil. There is a need for more empirical research to examine the connection between the application of lean manufacturing practice and the challenge with the manufacturing shop floor activities. Nak beritahu kat sini, there is need for more empirical research to examine the connection between the application of lean. Okey, kemudian kat bawah tu Size and Petty, ni lagi satu ayat. Have also stated that there is a need more empirical research in the automotive environment. Consequently, lagi satu, this research identify a gap in literature which will be further addressed through empirical work in following chapter. So dia nyatakan beberapa kat sini lah, bukan hanya kena buat empirical research dalam connection lean, kena fokus pula empirical research in automotive. Kemudian dia cakap, consequently, this research identify a gap in literature review which will be further addressed throughout empirical work in the following chapter. Okey, jadi selesai. Memang tak puas sebenarnya kalau nak kumpul pasal research gap ni, macam pakcik kumpul ni, kan satu hari 5 rasa macam belajar, pakcik pun belajar juga. Itu kita belajar macam mana nak nulis research gap. Jadi macam tak puas, nak lagi buat. Tapi itulah sebabkan nanti jadi terlalu panjang. Jadi pakcik buat 30 tesis untuk membincangkan tentang bagaimana menulis research gap dalam literature review. Okey, pakcik mohon semoga you all teliti. Video tadi pakcik cuma ambil ayat-ayat yang bersesuaian. Dalam perenggan tu pakcik cuma baca yang dekat baris ayat yang sesuai untuk menggambarkan macam mana nak mengolah, boleh menampakkan literature review itu sebagai research gap. Research gap one of the component penting bagi menunjukkan bahawa kita punya penulisan dalam literature review tu menunjukkan ada sintesis, ada analisis, ada critically. Sebelum kita belajar research gap, kita belajar however. Jadi combination cara nak menulis however dan nak menulis research gap dalam literature review adalah part yang penting dan part yang agak kritis dalam penulisan dalam literature review. Jadi kita pun dah masuk minggu pertama untuk bab 3 research design dan research methodology. Jadi sedikit sebanyak yang pakcik dah kongsikan kepada bab 2, you tengok dari awal. Daripada outline bab 2 sehinggalah kita belajar research gap. Okey, lagi sekali pakcik mohon maaf sekiranya ada sebutan pakcik yang kurang tepat menyebut dalam perkataan dalam bahasa Inggeris. Pakcik mohon maaf. Niat pakcik adalah nak menunjukkan bahawa kita kena belajar bagaimana untuk menulis research gap from kita explore dan cuba memahami dan juga mengambil beberapa potongan perkataan dan ayat, semoga dipermudahkan dalam kita menulis tesis kita nanti. Jadi kita boleh apply. Okey, lagi sekali pakcik mohon maaf, terima kasih. So kita berjumpa lagi untuk video yang akan datang untuk satu topik research methodology yang tahap 1 lah, yang awal-awal tu yang research design. Kita jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum, selamat sejahtera. Okey, terima kasih.